completely just, he lost his goddamn mind reaching into the backseat, smacking her like that. Especially after the way he reacted when Christine smacked Kelsey while we were in Walt Disney World in front of everybody. When Kelsey is autistic. And it was too much stimulation for her, all of us together, and the kids wanting to go do different things, but the adults, Scooter, wanting to go do different things. And then their age gaps was why they want to all go do different things. We had to like, oh, okay, each kid gets to go pick. Not everybody wanted to go on that same ride. And he thought his sister, and that was just the worst thing ever. So now that Stella's getting closer to Kelsey's age, it's okay for him to start hitting her. No, I don't. And then the yelling and fighting, us arguing with him. Stella has no control about living in the house with us, like hearing us yelling and fighting. She has no control over that. If she's gonna be in the house, if she lives in the house, if she's there. Correct? Especially if we can't wait until they go to bed and have a normal adult conversation. We can't wait until they're gone at Grammys. We can't text each other and have a normal private conversation. So there's no evidence that you were yelling and screaming and stuff in the way you were acting in the house? Because you're not verbally abusing me in text message, right? And then again, I wasn't involved in any of Stella's therapy. We'll go right back to so they had me, I missed my appointment. They told me they were gonna call me an hour before my appointment. So I got the phone calls and at like 10 minutes to 1, I got a phone call. And then I got another one at 1 o'clock and I missed it. Because my phone was still on silent, because my phone's always on silent, and I was at my brother's house with Amelia and Michaela, and Stephanie was making me my birthday. She asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said an apple pie. So she made me an apple pie for my birthday, because she bakes cakes and stuff. And again, I'm just at my brother's, just got out of the mental hospital, like all this shit. I'm on these drugs, taking these medications. I'm all like, out of it still. So I missed the appointment. So I called back immediately, like at 1:30. I waited until like 1:30 and then I was like, okay, what? And maybe like the call was just early, right? Like they called me a half hour before or whatever, 40 minutes. It was almost an hour, right? No, I missed my appointment and I had to reschedule it. This intake appointment that I was supposed to have with Washtenaw County CMH. So I had to reschedule it for the following week. Okay. Go on with my day. I'm taking these medications. We go back over to my mom's, and that's when I started freaking out, telling my mom, because I had to take my next dose of medication. I couldn't even eat my pie. I wasn't hungry. Like, again, I wasn't eating normally. I'm supposed to be taking this medication with food. I'm all stressed out. I'm like, all this is going on. I haven't seen the girls. It's my birthday. I don't even get to see my children. Like, I'm stuck at my mom's house now. I'm having these scares, these breathing difficulties for the last couple days with this medication. And then I ended up going downstairs at like 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock. Stephanie was over there. Nobody's calling me, checking on me. Nothing. Talked to Stella for a little bit on FaceTime. That's when I was like, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'm going to pick you up tomorrow. Oh, yeah? Yeah, Stephanie was there. She heard this. She was there in the room while I was on FaceTime with Stella. And he's like, yep, you're going to go to Grammy's tomorrow. Then we got back over to my mom's or whatever, and then I took the next dose of medication, and then I started, like, it was like the worst one yet, where it was like, I'm like, maybe it's all in my head, maybe I'm just having anxiety about having to take this medication. I'm not doctoring myself. I'm like, oh, maybe it's just whatever, like, could be something else. But I couldn't breathe, and then I was starting to panic. I had to go downstairs, and like I had got a cold washcloth, a wet washcloth, because I couldn't breathe, and I was like just trying to take enough breath, like, so I could keep breathing, and then like close my eyes, so because I knew like my breathing would slow down, because I was starting to panic because I couldn't get any air and take a full breath. So I was trying to calm myself down so that to regulate my breathing so that I could still breathe and hope it passed, and just went to sleep. Because obviously not getting oxygen to your brain, you get tired. It's easier for you to fall asleep. Yeah, didn't even get to like celebrate my birthday, nothing, because I was starting to have all of that. My mom's like, stop taking those medications. I was like, I feel like I'm having a stroke, like I'm gonna have a stroke. Oh, I had a dream that I had a stroke in that couple days while I was at my mom's house. I had a dream that I was upstairs screaming at my mom because I felt like I was having a stroke, like my whole left side of my body was like going numb. So again, I was like, was that really happening to me in my sleep? And I was like comprehending what was happening to me, that I felt like I was dying. And then I told my mom out loud after that, I was like, I'm gonna die and I feel like you guys don't care. Like, you're not listening to me. Oh, go have your dreams analyzed. Go read a fucking book. Gia Don. I was also messaging Dr. Altani from A Plus Dentistry. I was messaging him about this. And he was the one too who was like, stop taking this medication. No, he's a doctor, a DDS. He has his right to prescribe. He knows doctors. He's in network. Meanwhile, he's trying to message me about him and his wife's marital problems and whatever. And I was sending him songs. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not messaging you because I'm trying to hit on you or something. You're gonna get something out of me. I'm messaging you for medical advice, and that you know me. I worked with you. Like, I thought you cared. And then he tells me that he had a dream about me, that he rescued me from falling off of a cliff on a white horse. He rescued me. He's like, I had a crazy dream. And then he messaged me that he had this crazy dream about me after I was messaging him about everything that was going on, how Scooter was taking my kids from me and all of this over cannabis, because he's used cannabis before. He would probably prefer to use cannabis, but he's too afraid because of his... I was like, well, you're a doctor. When everybody that I worked with used cannabis, and the hygienist, all of us, we all use cannabis in the office I work there. Again, this is why I'm just flabbergasted. Nobody was taking their children away from them. He's paying Julie under the table, cash under the table, so she can keep her benefits, so she can keep reporting she's only working so many hours, and then he was paying her cash for the extra hours that she was working. Yeah, everybody was. If they were using cannabis, they had cannabis THC in their system if they used it regularly. Anessa was saying that it like smelled so bad from their basement because her husband had a plant. They had a plant growing, and they had a toddler in the home, and her other daughter from another relationship. And dogs. She's like, it's crazy how bad that thing, we can smell it upstairs. Yep. Again, it's... And they all thought it was okay for him to take my children away from me, for them to legally diagnose me with this mental illness. All of these people working professional medical health care. Was I high? That man apparently was not high, according to him. And he had us getting up out of the chair from assisting to go answer the phone because we were the only assistant there. Was I high instead of just letting it ring? Because he would just send people home. Everybody got to go home. I was usually the only one there. It was his business. I wasn't even on a 72-hour hold before they diagnosed me with a mental illness. I only spoke to that psychiatrist for like an hour, 45 minutes or so before he gave me an official mental health diagnosis. After having no history, no nothing. He doesn't know any of my medical history, doesn't know anything else. He just got the verbal vomit after 2 days. I only got to sleep for like 6 hours. Once I finally got to this place and got settled, and they had to do the strip search and take my phone and take my clothes. I had to change all my clothes.
Never been married. Fucking hot.